What's up everybody, my name is Carl, and today we are back with another best sounding car video. I'm going to talk to you about what I think are 5 of the best sounding 12-cylinder engined cars. Just to familiarise yourselves with this series, this is where I pick what I think are 5 of the best sounding cars from a particular engine type and give my reasons why. We have pretty much covered all the main engine types, with the 12-cylinder being the last one. For those who are big car enthusiasts and lovers of power, the 12-cylinder engine might well be one of the most important and special, as some of the cars that have been made using this engine have been absolutely spectacular and rare. Just like the 10-cylinder engined cars, you're most likely going to find this engine type in performance cars, ranging from Super GTs to hypercars and the odd luxury car. Just like the previous videos, I will be picking just 5, but I am of course aware that there are many great sounding 12-cylinder engine cars, and therefore this series will be in parts. So if I haven't mentioned a particular car, there's a chance it'll be mentioned in a future video. If you want to participate, feel free to comment down below what you think are 5 of the best sounding 12-cylinder engine cars and give your reasons why. With that out of the way, let's begin, starting my first choice of a great sounding 12-cylinder engine car, which goes to the W221 Mercedes-Benz S65 AMG. I'm well aware that the 12-cylinder engine is found mostly in more exotic cars than this, but you can't deny how great this engine sounds in the S65. This is a proper luxury car with a mighty engine. The Mercedes-Benz S65 AMG has a twin turbocharged 6-litre V12 that generates 612 brake horsepower. This allows the car to go from 0 to 60 in just 4.4 seconds before going on to a limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. I believe delimited, this rocket ship could reach beyond 186 miles per hour. The S65 makes this low-end grumbling, barking noise. Just like the RS6 V10, the turbochargers do limit the noise this car makes. Despite this, the soundtrack of this car is fantastic, almost monstrous sounding. Definitely ideal for the mafia boss, ready to cause carnage in the streets. Moving on to the next best sounding 12-cylinder engined car, and that goes to the Lamborghini Countach LP 5000S. The Countach is such an 80s icon. With retro wedged styling, it certainly does look the part, and thanks to having a 12-cylinder engine, it also sounds the part too. The Lamborghini Countach has a 5-litre naturally aspirated V12 that produces 375 brake horsepower. This takes the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds and onto a top speed of 186 miles per hour. The Countach has such a phenomenal soundtrack. It's so raw, mechanical, and that engine just bellows away. It certainly is a visceral feeling, and over 40 years old, still sounds amazing. An iconic poster car for many. Moving on to the next best sounding 12-cylinder engined car, and that goes to the Ferrari F12 TDF. The Ferrari F12 TDF has a 6.3-litre naturally aspirated V12 engine that generates over 769 brake horsepower. This allows the car to go from 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds before reaching a top speed of 211 miles per hour. Oh wow, the TDF sounds absolutely insane. It full on bellows away with that glorious soundtrack. And when the car gets up to the higher speeds, the V12 engine just screams away. It definitely sounds reminiscent to an old race car. An incredible car. Moving on to the next best sounding 12-cylinder engined car, and that goes to the Pagani Zonda F. I knew that when I was making this video that I had to include a Zonda, and I thought, why not pick my favourite iteration? This car is epic, and so is the sound that it makes. The Zonda F has a 7.3 litre naturally aspirated 12-cylinder engine that makes 594 brake horsepower. This takes the car from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds and then onto a top speed of 214 miles per hour. The Zonda F is quite simply a symphony of sound. That naturally aspirated V12 makes such a loud howling sound. It's very unique and special, and something that can't be replicated by anybody else. The Zonda F is one of the all-time greats, and has one of the most iconic engines ever. What a wonderful soundtrack. And finally, onto the last best sounding 12-cylinder engined car. And this goes to the Aston Martin Valkyrie. It's crazy to think that the Valkyrie was produced back in 2021, when sound regulations have become stricter. This car is absolutely crazy and deafening. The Valkyrie has a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 engine paired with an electric motor that produces 1,139 brake horsepower. This allows the car to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2.5 seconds before reaching a limited top speed of 250 miles per hour. This is a speed king. The best way to summarise the noise that the Aston Martin Valkyrie makes is brutal. The sound created from the Cosworth engine is obnoxiously loud. Another visceral feeling that I guess you wouldn't just feel inside, but also in your bones too. This car is an absolute monster. I love the whining sound it makes on startup and at low speeds, but when it reaches its top end, it sounds identical to a V12 F1 car. What a machine, what a car, and what an engine. So in conclusion, those are my picks on what I think are some of the best sounding 12-cylinder engine cars, but what do you think? If you want to participate, please comment down below your picks and give your reasons why. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!